Right, welcome back to sunny Suffolk. As we can see, it's a nice bright day for a change for winter. It is December the 6th. A lot of the UK is going to get some cold weather by the end of the week. We're talking about -5 Celsius. So it is going to be pretty cool. Here on the Suffolk coast, we don't normally get the worst of it. We get winds, but we don't tend to get too cold. I mean, we probably will get a frost. Around here we look maybe -1, -2. So I have still got a few bits to wrap up or protect, but I'll be doing that tomorrow. So today I've just knocked up a couple of pallet benches for the polytunnel, so we'll have a look at them and go through what I've done there. It took about an hour and a half just to knock out a couple of solid benches out of a couple of old pallets. So let's get in there and have a look. Right, so just bear with me while I get down the step ladder. Don't really want to be falling over. Right, so like I say, it's a sunny, very still day. Officially about 7 degrees, but it feels a lot warmer with the sun. Right, so in the polytunnel we had a big gap this side, so now we've got some benches, nice solid benches. So this was literally 2 pallets, sort of cut in half, and the second half I broke down the strips of pallet wood to make the legs and the supports around the bottom, and there is a cross brace at the back there as well to keep it all sturdy. But these are pretty decent nick pallets. These are nice solid pallets, so I can load these up with pots, and that'll be ideal. So I can now move anything that I didn't really want to be left outside over winter. I can move it in here, and that gives me the space to do it. And also obviously got a space underneath as well to put some pots to stuff that have gone dormant. Maybe I've got some dahlias in pots, and maybe some of the smaller cannas, or some of these cannas when they do die down, I can cut them down and just stick underneath the shelving there, or the bench, and then open up this area. Because someone did make a good suggestion, and I was aware of the technique, but didn't really think about it at the time. But if you have got space in your greenhouse or polytunnel, then get a if you've got an old bin, maybe a plastic black bin or something, or some black tubs, fill it up with water, and obviously that's going to warm up during the day and then slowly release at night, and just keep that temperature a little bit higher and maybe stop the freezing. So that's something I'll be looking into. I have got a couple of old bins, so I can bring them in here, fill them up with water, and that should help just to stop the real cold nights. But that does depend. Obviously you are limited to how much that will help if you've got an overcast day or cloudy day, and obviously that's not going to warm up in here, so it's not really going to help that situation. But generally you get the frosts on the clear days and nights, so that is when it's going to warm up during the day. So yeah, it should help anyway, so it's definitely worth a try. So I'll be doing that at some point. Yeah, so just to look really at the pallets, benches, I moved like I said I was going to, these zebra ferns, I believe that's the common name for them, which I bought the other day. So they'll be sitting on there, and I've got a lot of smaller potted plants to come in as well. Got a lot of spider plants and stuff, which from the indoor plants that I've got, they produce babies, and I've had them outside all summer, so we'll get them in here as well. They are surprisingly hardy. I have got some outside in the ground. They've survived the last couple of winters, but obviously potted specimens not going to be so hardy, so they're all going to come in here. Yeah, so that's how it's looking at the moment. And like I say, maybe when these all do die down and we can get them underneath there, I'm not going to rule out making a couple more of these benches to go down this side. That'll give me plenty of working space, potting space. Yeah, should work nicely. Like I say, nice and solid. Apart from the slight unevenness to the ground, but the benches themselves are solid, so that's the main thing. Like I say, real easy. Took about an hour and a half to make 2 of these. I mean, it does pay to, if you're going to use pallets. I mean, I'm lucky. I do pretty much have an unlimited source of pallets. Where I work, we have a lot of deliveries and we get a lot of pallets, and we struggle to get rid of them. So I always take a few home if I've got a little project in mind. So yeah, try and get, if you do get pallets, try and get sort of fairly newish, decent wood ones, not sort of old rotten ones, obviously. So these I expect should last a good few years. I mean, if I want to make them last long, obviously I could creosote them or put some stain or protection on them, but I might do that in the spring. We'll see. Don't really want to be doing that sort of thing this time of year. I've got quite a lot of other things to get on with. Right, so that is the new benches. We'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching.